The Are we already live? Please tell me this is live. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. La 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 la. Ah 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 ah. La la. Are we good to go? Testing, testing. Right, let's see. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Am I clipping? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Alright, stream is up. Hello, 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 hello. Alright, let me switch this back. And okay, we seem good to go. The thing I'm bothered about is the fact that every time I start up the game, it takes off the censor nudity thing, the censor nudity option, which I need because I don't want to accidentally come across some H scene on YouTube. Wait, why do I have two of these? Oh. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let me just close out some things. Alright, so I don't know if anything's gonna go wrong with the stream this time because yeah, it is like I think it helps though, because then at least I know that I can at least check all the settings before I go live. I also switched to Streamlabs OBS instead of regular OBS, so I don't know if the sound is good. It sounds a little bit loud on my end, but how is it sounding for you guys? And besides that, how is it going? Exponar, how are you? I don't want to make it too quiet because everyone loves the music from this game for sure, right? Okay, censor nudity checked. Seems fine? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna turn it down a bit for me because it is quite a bit loud. Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, last episode, we are preparing for a festival that no one wanted to do. Sayori jumps up from her chair and takes Monika's place at the front of the room. This poem is called, wow, how did you do it so easily, Monika? Well, try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. Oh, I think I get it. Sayori nods to herself. Anyway, this poem's called My Meadow. Sayori begins reciting her poem. It seems as if her soft voice is a perfect match. Oh, and I also checked up. So apparently, we were kind of correct. The whole beginning part of this mod is pretty similar to the original game, but then apparently it does change like heavily later on. So if there isn't that many differences that we're picking up on besides the ones I pointed out last stream, then we know. As for the poem itself, it has a similar tone when compared to her other ones. It's peaceful yet somber at the same time, bittersweet you could call it. Hearing the poem in Sayori's voice almost gives it an entirely new meaning. I think this is what Sayori means when she says she likes my poems. It's like seeing a whole new side of someone you thought you knew completely. Sayori finishes and we all applaud. I did it! Yep, good job. Sayori beams as she walks back to her seat. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki, Yuri, and I all look at each other nervously. I open my mouth, but Yuri beats me to the punch. I'll go. Nice. Thanks for showing initiative, Yuri. Yes. Yuri rushes over to the podium, clutching a sheet of paper in her hands. This poem is called... Yuri freezes as she looks up at us. You can do it, Sayori. Sayori. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri begins to recite her poem. Her voice is shaky at first, but the more she reads, the more confident she becomes. It's similar to what happens when she gets absorbed in her books. The shy and apprehensive Yuri I'm used to is replaced by a fierce and confident woman. The poem itself is like a maze in its structure, with twists and turns every line, but Yuri is unfazed and enunciates each word with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. Monika's the first to start applauding. Sheepishly, I follow along, and soon the clubroom is filled with the sound of applause. One thing I also wanted to see more of is the extra characters they add into the game, because we only saw the teacher in the beginning, as well as that other cute girl. I already forgot her name because we haven't seen much of her. I just know there are a couple extra added characters. Yuri ducks her head in embarrassment, a shy smile creeping over her face. Yuri, that was really good. Like I said, you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Right. Applaud. She's so cute when she's nervous, man. Guess Yuri's done for today. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki? Should I go before Tomo? It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Yeah, it was only one scene for each of them. So, kind of disappointing, but I'm hoping they play another role later on. Especially if the other girl is... Actually, no, I don't think she is. I think she's just a supporting character from what the slides showed. But it'd be nice to see more of her at least. I liked her character design. Might as well let Domo lower everyone's standards before I go. Natsuki! Monika hastens to chastise her, shooting me a sympathizing look. That was kind of rude, don't you think? You should apologize to Domo. Natsuki's face turns red as the girls all turn to look at her. I decide to spare Natsuki from the embarrassment. Hey, it's really no big deal. I'll end up going at some point anyway. Might as well do it now. Thing is, I don't have much of a selection to choose from. Yeah, she didn't really think about that. I've only written 2 things. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I take a deep breath. In my head, I repeat to myself the advice Monika gave to Sayori. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. Alone. My house is the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone. The scene rapidly develops in my head like I'm recalling a recent memory. I'm sitting alone at my desk. The dim light... Oh, the music... Okay. The dim light hanging from the ceiling gives a warmth to the room. In front of me is the poem I had just finished, the ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin reciting it out loud. While I'm not the most confident in it, I still try and put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off my bedroom walls. As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out of my daydream. I'm back in the clubroom, standing at the podium while the girls politely applaud my performance. That was good, Domo. I guess. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think it's your writing abilities, but rather your lack of confidence that weighs you down. Yeah, the mod author did a pretty solid job with those characters, sourcing them. Yeah. So hopefully the writing plays out well too for the rest of the game. I just feel bad because I don't remember their names. But you can't blame me, right? Because they only showed up really early on. That's something that actually makes me question. I think... Okay, I was about to say, what if we can get the other girl into the club? But then I remembered, I think she's actually in her own club. It was some kind of sports thing. Because when Sayori asked us, oh, you want to join into some club or whatnot? She tried inviting us to hers. I don't remember which club it was as well. That's something that'll improve over time, though, so don't worry. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. As she says this, Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Stop looking at me! But you're presenting. Huh. You know... God, every time I do that, I just feel fucking... cringe. But it's right. It's her character line. I have to voice it. Nice description for the stream. I mean, you can't. You gotta admit, last stream, I think anytime we were getting even remotely closer to developing with Yuri, someone would come in. So I really hope not. Not this time, please. Track probably. Yeah, I think it was track. I know it was a sport, so it most likely probably track. You don't have to stare straight into my soul, though. She takes a moment to compose herself. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. While her voice is enthusiastic, the poem has a surprising amount of energy to it. The rhymes tie into each other seamlessly, creating a flow that moves the poem along at a brisk pace. The words seem to bounce up and down with the rhythm, seemingly making the poem come to life. It's Natsuki's signature style, and it works exceptionally well when read out loud. She quickly finishes and huffs as she makes her way back to her seat while we applaud her. That wasn't so bad, was it? She stares at her poem blankly for a second before replying. Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, there is a festival coming up. The characters are trying to stop the inevitable from happening. Who's to say that that thing that we're predicting is supposed to happen anyways? This is a mod after all. I hope not. Unless either you're talking about us actually getting together with Yuri, or you're talking about how she went crazy. The inevitable? Sorry, I need more specific. That, or I'm really dumb. Sorry. Well, that's what we're gonna be doing at the festival. So, do you at least feel confident enough to do it in front of a crowd? I guess. Not like there's any other choice. And I guess it'll be easier doing it in front of other people. Oh, getting together. Okay, got you. I can just put on whatever face I want with strangers. I don't care about what they think of me. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. But I still hate the idea that we have to perform. She mutters that last sentence under her breath. The others probably didn't even hear it. I knew Natsuki was stubborn, but this is a whole other level. However, it does look like she's going along with the idea of performing for the festival. Well, at least for now, since she's basically outvoted and can't come up with another idea anyway. Really? That's a surprise. For me, it's the other way around. Having all those people looking at you, judging you. I don't like to think about it. I can relate to that. Yuri murmurs quietly. The thought of so many eyes observing your every move all at once. She trails off, shaking her head. Well, that's just how it is, so... Natsuki sighs in frustration. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about the festival. Speaking of which, I want to thank all of you for performing. It might be difficult, but now that we have a general idea of what it'll be like, we'll be able to prepare ourselves. Make sure you pick out a poem and show it to me by tomorrow, okay? I'll need to know so I can make the pamphlets over the weekend. I should probably find a different poem to recite. I know you'd prefer it if we used our own poetry, but I'm probably going to pick a poem from a poet I like or something. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, Domo. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. Low expectations, huh? Ha! More like any effort puts in makes me happy in general. Monica smiles at me and then turns to smile to everyone else. Oh, that smile. I can't trust it. Can't trust it anymore. That goes for everyone here. Thanks for going along with these last-minute plans. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Let's still try and write poems for tomorrow, okay? I know the festival is coming up, but it's been working out nicely the past few days, and I'd like it to continue. Tomorrow we'll finalize who's doing what for the festival, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Robert Frost. I actually don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's your favorite poet or something? Or I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some context. Remember, we have till Monday. It'll be so much fun, I can't wait! We all stand up, packing away our things. However, Monica's voice stops us. Oh, and guys? She pauses, twirling a strand of hair in her hand. This club truly does mean so much to me, and I really appreciate what you're willing to do for it. You guys are the best. In typical fashion, Natsuki just rolls her eyes. Yuri smiles timidly while Sayori wears a hearty smile. Let's just get it over with. I hope you don't regret this. That's okay, Monica. Nothing to thank us for. We really appreciate what you've made it for us. I can't help but catch Yuri muttering under her breath after she says this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, I love it here. We'll get to try this cozy little place to other people. Yeah, it's all good, Monica. Alright! I stand up and grab my bag. Well, I'm certainly not as enthusiastic as Monica or Sayori about the festival. He's a pretty famous poet. Alright, maybe I'll give that a look too. Unless it's like some kind of joke. Maybe you're just saying he's a pretty famous poet. When I actually look him up, it's going to be something else entirely. I don't know. I actually should just check him myself. If I can pull that little daydream stunt again, I think I'll be alright. It's for the sake of the club. Not to mention impressing the girls. Once I'm fully packed up, I walk over to Sayori. Ready to go? Yep. Jeez, don't you ever get tired of... the fuck, Natsuki? Stop! Leave us alone. Jeez, don't you ever get tired of always walking home with Domo, Sayori? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't mind her. You guys are more adorable than anything. Alright. No need to make such a big deal out about it. It must be a little nice, though. Ooh, is that some jealousy? I could walk home with you too, Yuri. Yeah, I guess. Ah, jeez. Let's just go already, Sayori. Okay. God, I'm making her sound more annoying every stream. The two of us begin to walk home. A lot has changed in the past few days. Lost in thought, I don't even notice how quiet Sayori's being until we're almost back home. Now, okay. If I remember correctly, the day before... No, it was the day of the festival. Like, when we were supposed to do the reading. The day before, we were walking home. And this is when, like, she asked us out. Or, like, we chose. Like, did we choose to date her or not? I think, if I'm playing the events out the same way in my head. There's a lot going on in the club now, eh? I'll bet you're thinking about all your new vice president duties that you'll have to deal with when the club grows bigger. Yeah. Anything specific on your mind? Not really. Sorry, did you want to talk? I mean, we don't have to if you're thinking about stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really read poetry. Should I? Does it make me more intelligent? I don't really read much in general. I swear, the amount of like manga and light novels I've started reading has dwindled over the last few months. I feel like COVID is just... It's weird, right? I think everyone's had this problem where you feel like you have so much time to do stuff, but you just don't do anything. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of my time. No, it's nice talking to you. I was thinking about something from earlier. It's nice that we, never mind, it's nothing. You're sounding a little like Yuri right now. Haha. Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I just have a question for you, Domo. What's up? Sayori clears her throat before speaking. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of... Oh, wait. Okay, so she asked us this too. Did I ever study poetry at all in school? I mean, we've had like things where like write a poem where it's like you like a different like structures, but I don't think we like studied poetry. Like, oh, this poetry by these poets or whatnot. Yeah, I've never done that. I don't know. Is that like a typical school thing? Or did my teacher just not like poetry? I don't know. You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, hold on. We gotta save at options so we can keep changing it later on. But Yuri it is. Because that is what we're doing. An old man once told me, fun time is not wasted time, so just use this as an excuse to not read poetry. Alright, whatever. That's alright, I'll live by that. But the thing is, what if I'm not having fun? What if it's literally just time I'm not doing anything? Okay, that just popped up. If it's time that I'm not even doing anything. I did it back in my middle school and did it some when I took AP Lit in high school. Oh, okay. So is that like something you're actually like interested in, or it was just something that you had come across during school? I mean, given that you did bring up a poet, I'm guessing you're like into it. I don't know. I have a friend that has written poetry and like asked me to read it in sometimes, so I thought it was pretty cool. But like I've never like dwelled into like actual studies for it. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Oh man, it kind of hurts. Like, okay, I know we have our like picks, but just saying like, oh, I'd rather go with Yuri. Sorry, but you asked me, so like, what? It's your fault. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Never, he says. Oh, nice. If you're not doing anything, then your heart is probably not beating, which will... Wait. Hey, Dylan. Hello. I don't understand American slang. Is there anything here? Used to write poetry and short stories. Nice. If you'd like to share some, by all means. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. Don't you think that may... Oh, by the way, so I hope it's not too obtrusive, but I put chat up on the stream now, just because I thought I enabled that you can like look at chat replay, so anyone who comes back to the VODs would have context to what I'm talking about if I'm like answering a viewer. So hopefully it's not too obtrusive. If I need to move it or anything, go ahead and let me know, or if you want me to like shrink it. I'm gonna keep it on just because sometimes YouTube doesn't save the chat replay, which I kind of want to keep just for reference. Don't you think that maybe she'd be more fun to walk home with? I frown. Where did this come from? It's so obvious, dude. What do you mean, where did this come from? Just looks like ancient hieroglyphics. Yeah, sometimes American slang can be weird. It depends on how deep you are into slang terms. I swear, I feel like I'm a young person still, but like every time I see new terms and like pop up on the internet, either I'm not using the internet enough or I'm just so out of it that maybe I'm not keeping up with the times, which I'm kind of scared of. Like I don't want to be that old person who's like, what's happening? I don't know. Maybe it's just me with that kind of fear, but I don't want to end up like that. What? I mean, it could be interesting, I guess. But even if I did walk with her, it's not like she'd be replacing you or anything. Aww. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Aww. If you say so. She doesn't look like she took that as a compliment. I'm trying to make her feel better. Is it really tiny? Okay, so I don't have like the full preview for the stream like enlarged, so I don't know if it is small. Yeah, I mean I could increase it a bit. But I mean that's for like if you're playing it in full screen. Actually, here, let me actually increase it just a bit. And in fact, I don't know if the placement is right because it comes from the bottom. Thanks, guys. You guys are helping me edit my stream. So maybe I should put it like... Oh, but then it will block the text for the visual novel. Let me enlarge it then. And maybe if I like put it up a bit. You guys can't see it because it disappears after a while, but hopefully that looks a little bit better. The thing I hate with this is I have to change it to windowed and then full screen so it can capture. Please, God, hopefully you guys aren't missing anything. All right, there we go. We're back. All right, sorry to do that so quick, but yeah, thank you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping with such a weird question. It's your fault for not realizing that she has feelings for you. I can't just lie to her. What if there's something that makes her happy? I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Sayori and I part ways without saying another word. I reach my house and open the door. I know that feeling. My friends have all agreed that my spirit animal is a 6-year-old sitting on his porch and shaking his cane. Spirit animal? Oh God, I made it huge. Now that I see a message in there. Okay, hold up. Oh God, okay, that... Nice that you were able to send like a long message. So I can actually get a good idea of how big the chat box would look like. But yeah, sorry. I mean, this is all stuff I'm trying to develop as I stream more, but yeah. Thanks, guys. I reach my house and open the door. I'm home. No response, because I'm all alone as usual. I mumble that part to myself, talking to myself as if I'm the protagonist of a manga or game. I must be going stir crazy. Mom is still out on her business trip. She's never home anymore. I miss her. But I don't blame her for anything. It's hard enough providing for yourself, let alone a kid. Since I'm alone, I decided to make an instant meal for dinner. Ah, yes, yeah, I live by myself. Persona. Digging through my cabinets, I find some old soup cups. Miso soup sounds good. I unwrap the packaging, pour in some water, and place the meal in the microwave. While it cooks, my mind wanders back to my performance earlier. That daydream was so vivid, so realistic. Can I really pull off that performance again? But this time, in front of a crowd? It wasn't even that great in the first place. Just doing it in front of the girls was nerve-wracking. Also, I could share some stuff I've written, but that largely depends on if I can find anything I don't think is cringe-worthy. Oh shit, it is stuck. Is it? Oh fuck! Guys, I'm so sorry. Here. See that? Okay, so just to explain it for people who Alright, Is it showing now? Okay, so basically what happens with Doki Doki, I know it probably doesn't matter, but I want to explain it so you guys at least can know. If it happens again, then you can know that I didn't do the trick. For some reason, if I alt-tab out of the game, it will freeze on the stream. So I have to switch to window, then back to full screen. I guess I didn't do it fully. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, God. Please keep me in check. Thanks, guys. It is showing now, right? I know it's just him. The thing is, if it's just him and his mom, so I'm guessing his parents are divorced. Is this house like after they got divorced? Because then what would they be thinking buying a house this like luxurious for 2 people to live in? Right? It is a nice kitchen. I actually like, my dream is to have, at least once I get my own place, like a kitchen big enough to, because I love cooking. I want to learn how to cook and I want to get better at it too. So if I had something like this, man, I'd just stay in there and figure out different things to cook. The thing is, it's not really worth it if you don't have anyone to cook for. So either I need more friends or, you know, I need a little someone. Who knows? Guess I'm not really used to being being around people again. Maybe that's it. Thinking about it, I guess I've kind of been subconsciously isolating myself from people ever since the divorce. Before it even, in some cases. Stupid Tomo trying to apply logic. I mean, we have to question these things. It makes the game that much more richer, that much more deep, you know? Damn it, I'm kind of tilted at the fact that it was frozen and I didn't realize. Now the VOD's in ruin. Now I have to start all over. I wish this anime trip of being home alone all the time was real, man. You'd want that? That sounds depressing. I mean, it depends on like what genre of anime. If we're talking like harem, I think it makes sense because you don't want anyone like family members cock blocking you from bringing those classmates over, you know. But I mean, I don't know. If like in some other context, being home alone, that's just sad. I mean, some people like it. I guess I'm like someone who doesn't want to be alone for too long. Otherwise, who knows how long I'll make. Maybe that's part of why Sayori and I drifted apart over the past few years. In fact, if they were this isolated, dude, imagine if he got Sayori to live with him. I like that. Like if a childhood friend lives with, like if childhood friends live together. Oh, in real life, I can only dream. If only our culture allowed it, right? I think. Oh God. Okay, I want to continue with the story. I'm sorry. If you guys hate like when I break like this and start talking about some random stuff, let me know, because I think I do get sidetracked too often. It wasn't intentional or anything. It just happened. At least I don't think it was intentional. But I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do, something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's a nice feeling, something that's been missing from me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Sayori likes walking home with me. It makes her feel appreciated. Sayori, the more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. She said some... God, okay, this is kind of making me anxious. She said some pretty weird stuff. Please don't let it happen again. But I guess people just have their off days. Maybe she's just changed a little bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I'd like to think I'd be able to tell if something was up with her. Although given our recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we've started talking again, but there's a lot of lost time. Maybe that'll change and we'll go back to how we used to. Beep! I hope. Okay, now that it's doing this. So basically what happened, I think it was either in my old Doki Doki Literature Club original playthrough or if it was in You and Me and Her. But there was a part where it actually did freeze. And so I had to take the commentary from that recording, replay the stream. Like, I had to watch the video that I recorded while playing the game to make sure it was synced up with my original commentary. That's why I guess streams are nice too, because I have people to tell me if it is frozen so I can fix it before I keep recording. It's so painful when you record a whole thing, only to realize that, oh, it wasn't actually recording, or it wasn't recording correctly. Alright, I see that. Getting sidetracked is a major part of streaming. It depends on how much sidetracked, right? Alright, more Yuri we go. God. Oh God, that's okay. Oh wait, why didn't I forgot I should save at the beginning of these so I can do it again. Alright, we're only 2 in, but I'm gonna save there. Fuck. Exploding. Okay, I know death is... God, the thing is, if these words are synced up with her again, that adds to my anxiety. Essence, canning, termination, massacre. God, choosing massacre every time for her kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a yikes. As a childhood friend, I will question stuff that is strange and immediately dismiss 5 minutes later. What a great main character. Alright, what else was I? Starscape? I think things that seem like philosophical or like deep is like more Yuri. I need to keep these, especially since the words keep popping up. I need to just remember which ones I'm choosing for. Abstract, Evanescent, Aura. Aura. The chat lag? Yeah, I changed it to lower latency. The thing is, so how streaming, I guess, supposedly works, if you lower the latency too much, it could increase like buffering for people who are watching. So I chose a balance. I hope it's not too long of a delay. So sorry if it is. Wrath. Disaster. Doki Doki. Oops. Lust. Oh yeah, Lust. Oh man. Sorry. Misfortune. Oh fuck. Okay. I think that mostly was for Yuri, so hopefully it is attributed to her again. Oh man. I'm the last one here. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of the time today. What made you forget the timing? Ah, it's a funny story actually. I recently decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. Imagine writing a poem based off of the choices in this segment. What if it actually, imagine if the actual mechanic for the game was that I had to write an actual poem. Like if there was some way to get if they had like an AI or something that can actually like detect what my poem is about or something. That'd be kind of cool. I know it'd be a little bit too much. It does seem like a bit of extra when you think about it. But imagine that, like the game actually made you write a full-fledged poem. Which means I could easily get all the characters to hate me because I'm so shit at it. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. Aha, it's not as cool as you make it out to be. It's pretty fucking cool. You know, when you know an instrument, you know, you get a little bit of a popularity status. Anyone relate? Hell yeah, let's go. No, I'm pretty sure it's just majority. And if majority are Yuri, I don't think there's. Imagine me restarting just because I messed up on one. No, I'm not doing it. Fuck that. I can't be bothered. Aha, it's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing for a little while, so... But if it does turn out that, like, I messed up... Oh, shit. I've only been playing for a little while, so I've still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, this pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. Ah, the violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. What is with that? Like, I think there's 2 other comments already saying, like, would you date this or would you date that? Or I think, who was it? Someone said, would you date a fish? There's one about dating a fish. I saw that video. Would I date a bug though? If it was exactly like that manga that I talked about, then yes. I mean, by all means. Especially if you've read it to the end, it was pretty cute. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Thank you. How'd you like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. Wait, violin gang? Do you play the violin, Explorer? I took 1 term of violin lessons and then I didn't take any more after that. Kind of feel like I wasted. Wasted in the sense that, like, I feel like if I had kept on going, it would have been really cool. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. I wonder if one day... It depends. I'm pretty shit at the piano, but I'd love to, like, if you guys wanted to, we could play. Hey, Domo, would you date a Domo? You mean like the mascot, the Domo, like, character? What is it? I don't know what he is, but there is an actual thing, like, called Domo. It's like a brown little fella. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, you used to have been wanting to pick it up again? Yeah, that'd be nice. I probably should pick up violin again. I don't know. It's just, I know it sounds like some way to like, I don't know what the word is, but like saying, oh, I play an instrument, but it really is cool to actually like know something, like just for like recreational activity. But yeah, well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think that I would hate the piano, but for some reason I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father in a way. Monica, you certainly are a talented individual. I wouldn't date me, can't lie. Oof, sad reality. I mean, I think everyone would say the same. If you say you would date yourself, then that's some ego you got there, bud. I'm kidding. Self-confidence is great if you have it. I just don't. I think that's the main reason I haven't been putting a webcam on. I mean, then again, I don't want to block a lot of the gameplay, other than, you know, having chat up there. I guess that's kind of counterintuitive. But I don't want to show myself because I don't have self-confidence either. Maybe when I get back to my videos. Now, speaking of which, I should have another one up at least. I would like to get it up before next week because it's kind of related to like people going back to school. So I don't know if it will be up by next week or the week after. If I can get it up next week, that'd be ideal. Difference between self-esteem and narcissism. True. All right. First starting your own club from ground up and now picking up piano on a whim. I thought I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have a passion for it. Which is why I think we're all gonna do amazing at the festival. All right. Oh. Oh my god. Wait, why is there cash? Wait, you couldn't send me my money? Oh, well, that's just too bad. Okay, cool. Just got my change. Sorry about that. Oh my god, a smiling Natsuki? No way. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be awesome. Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously, I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again, either. But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day off school where you can just run around and eat till you burst. I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kind of reminds me of a certain someone. Speaking of which, oh god, please no. Please, God, no. Please, no. Someone doing taxes. No. I sent my sister went out to do some groceries for me. Taxes? Nah, man, I don't do taxes. Can't be bothered. Honestly, the worst part of being back in classes was fixing my... Yeah, so the entire time until my work would tell me that like we're able to come back to work, I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, being like, all right, as soon as they call me back, I'm going to be ready. But they haven't called me for like a while. So like my sleep schedule's gone to shit again. So I really need to fix it in case of that one time they're like, oh, Dominic, you're coming back to work tomorrow. Which hopefully is not anytime soon. God, oh, that's a jinx too. Fuck. I don't want to fix my sleep schedule yet. I love staying up. It feels so good. Anyways, speaking of which, where's Sayori? Oh god. Okay. Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the back of the room, staring out the window. I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. I mean, I can't remember for sure if this is that part when Sayori ended up killing herself. So hopefully it's not. Something about squid? Oh god, but she doesn't look too happy either. She's not too cheery like last time. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know, you just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mind wanders back to what she asked me as we were walking home together. You worry too much, Domo. I'm fine, seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. That does not looking genuine to me. When I'm back to school, I think I'm gonna be a freshman. Year 10 where I live. 10. Trying to count. How does school work again? 8. A freshman. Is it 10? Is it the 10th year of schooling for you? I know here in America, it'd be ninth for a high school freshman. Or do you mean, I don't know if you're in a different school system, like how it works for you. I feel much more productive at night, but I have classes at 10 a.m. I mean, hey, I think if you can squeeze in 4 to 5 hours of sleep, you're golden. That's all I need. The most biggest challenge trying to count. I just, because I know in different countries the school years they work differently. Like some will, like middle school for some people will be like 2 years, 3 years. So I don't know. I'm trying to adjust it. I just know here in America it's what? Elementary school up to 5th, middle school 6th through 8th, and then high school is 9th through 12th. She shows me another smile, much bigger. I read that. While it seems so much more Sayori-like, there's still something inside me that feels like something's up. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I just didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm a little cranky. Haha. Dan, it's definitely because we said we were going to walk with Yuri instead. Been living on 4 to 5 hours of sleep over 5 years. It's great. It in theory it is kind of great because you get more time to yourself, like of daytime, or not daytime, but you get more time awake. But over time, I guess I can start feeling that like sleep deprivation. In England, we have primary and secondary school and 11 years of school in total. Whoa, damn. Okay, so you're 1 year shorter. Yeah. I was about to say 4 to 5 again can feel and be super unhealthy. Yeah, okay. At least we all agree on that. But it's like, it's just, I guess growing up, it's what your ideal sleep schedule would be like. 4 to 5 hours, and you stay up doing like all the other shit that you want to do. I guess as you get older, you kind of want to sleep in more though. I don't know. Maybe just me. Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap. Sure, okay. Just know that if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I'd hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Oh god. Suffering might be a little strong of a word. Well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again, then shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monica, the feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we've properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed? Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monica knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Demo, what's up? I decide to just jump right in. There's no point beating about the bush. Hey, so, have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know, it's just, she seems a little downcast today. So do you have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before? No, I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah, she said she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. I got a point in either 9th or 10th where it felt like I was going to have a heart attack. Damn. I think I know what that feeling is. I think I've had that too. I don't know. It does. You do start feeling like maybe your body might break down at some point. I will never let Sayori shoot me away in the state she's in. Maybe push, but yeah. I think this does seem a little bit different to the way it played out. I'm sorry to keep bringing it up, but I want to save her this time if it's possible, please. I can't bear it anymore. Monica peers across the room at Sayori. If it comes down to if we pursue a route with anyone else like Yuri or Natsuki that leads to that happening again, I am gonna be properly pissed off. I'm gonna be so pissed off because it just seems forceful in a way. So hopefully there is that balance where we can help her, but not be too like we're egging her on. That we like her. Like I still want to pursue Yuri for this route. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try a nap? Maybe there is something on her mind. My question though is, why are you asking me, Domo? You've certainly known her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you've spent more time around her recently than I have with the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it felt like she wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No. I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Man, are we like all entirely Yuri gang here? That's awesome, man. That's epic. You know, if besides the fact that she might be psychotic, that's epic. I love this. This is good. We're all on the same wavelength. I think it's just because I feel like compared... Okay, maybe because I only played the game through once. I think we got more events with her, didn't we? Like when she came over and everything. You might steal the news for something before she uses it. Yeah, like maybe we go into her room a bit before it happens and be like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. I also have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. Oh, alright. Fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Monica pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in her eyes. You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. It gets real bad when you stay awake for like 36 hours trying to finish a part with less than 4 hours sleep for her. Oh yeah, god damn it. I feel like in high school you had more. Okay, so again, for my high school at least, like we had a lot. I feel like I had more projects where I had to like work continuously compared to college. I feel like maybe it's because in college you get to choose your classes, so of course that plays a part in it. But in high school, it's like non-stop exhaustion with like how much shit that you guys get. Like you get homework, you get projects. Group projects are fucking hell. I hate doing group projects in high school. At college, I don't know if again, it's probably the classes, but they haven't been as bad. In high school though, there were some times where like I'd have members that wouldn't really contribute. You know, maybe I have been that person too. I can't remember to say, but to those kind of people. Love the class, but those last few weeks. Is it bad that I've never taken an AP class? I've heard it's a lot of work, AP. I've never taken an AP class though. I have a ton of friends that have. Oh, that sounded really bad. I have a ton of friends. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant to sound like. But I have friends that have taken AP, and they always say like, oh wow, it's helpful, but they're always like, damn dude, I had to do so much shit. You don't do group projects, which confused me as I was growing up with mainly American media. Oh, well, good for you. I think, like, actually good for you. Group projects can be fun for projects that I guess are too big to handle for one person. But then again, when you get into a group where no one does anything, it's just a solo project to begin with. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although, before I joined the club, we had been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Domo. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. God, this is kind of hitting. But for what it's worth, she's... Oh, man. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. Well said. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know? Huh? Really? Yep, she told me she was kind of surprised at first, as she didn't expect you to want to join. But once you got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine. Don't you worry. I sure hope so. Let's just hope that you're right, Monica. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. You're too kind, Domo. Nothing to thank me for. AP can be pretty rough, yeah. I was one of the few people in the AP Physics course that got an A. Yeah, and that too. So I've also heard that people don't actually get... Okay, maybe it's just the majority of people I've talked to, but none of them... Oh, man, it sounds like I'm kind of like throwing shade at them. Don't get good grades. They pass, at least, apparently. Oh god, I feel like I'm like walking around I'm walking around saying that my friends didn't do good in their AP classes. But it's just what they told me. They're like, oh, I got a C, or like I barely passed. There was one girl at my high school that had all AP classes one semester. I don't understand how she survived. That sounds... If we're talking high school, right? All AP classes, it's roughly like what, 7 to 8 classes for high school, I think is how much class. I don't know, that's how it was for me. 7 to 8 classes. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice that Yuri's peering over her book at me. Realizing that she's staring, she timidly hides behind her book. Sorry? Did you overhear the stuff about Sayori? Perhaps she can help. Oh god, hopefully this doesn't make her jealous too. It's like, oh, we care about another person. I walk over to where Yuri's sitting and slide into the desk next to her. I'm sorry if I was distracting you. I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Yuri, it's okay, you're not bothering me at all. She sighs, appearing somewhat relieved. I see. Well, I couldn't help but notice you were deep in thought. Is there something on your mind, Doma? Well, yes, actually, but how could you tell? She gently flicks a page in her book back and forth, rubbing her thumb gingerly against the corners. I'm usually alone with my thoughts, so I know what to look for. Not that I was specifically watching you or anything. Oh dear, I hope you don't think that's weird of me. Don't worry about it. I think being so perceptive is kind of cool. Perhaps you could help me with something, perhaps you could help me with something, Yuri. Her curiosity piqued. She folds the page that she was reading slightly to mark it for later, then shuts the book and turns to me. Are you sure I'm the right person for that? I do. You seem to have your head on right, so you'll probably give me great advice. I see. Well, I'll do my best, I suppose. Okay, so I guess the main issue is actually... Have you noticed anything up with Sayori? Sayori? She glances over to Sayori, who's totally oblivious to what's happening around her. Yeah, things just seem really different, you know? Like, she's not herself. I tried to ask her about it, and she just told me that she was tired, but I'm not so sure. Yuri idly taps at her book with her finger, apparently thinking things over. That must be quite worrying for you. I'm sorry to hear she's not feeling well. Forgive me if this isn't an appropriate question, but do you mind me asking how long you've known each other? Yuri's the only person I could feel okay about stalking. No, we only have had 4 classes a semester where I went. Still, it's a lot of work, not to mention one of the classes was a year-long research. A year long? Are we talking school year long? Or are we talking like... Actually, no, that was the dumbest thing I could have said. A school year is technically almost a year. Year long. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Forget I was about to ask that. I was about to ask you how long is a year long. God damn it. Gosh, as long as I can remember, really. We hung out a lot as kids, but as we got older, we kind of drifted apart. Since I've been coming to the club, though, I've had the opportunity to spend a bit more time with her. Yuri nods contemplatively. Okay, well, perhaps she doesn't feel comfortable sharing what's ailing her. That's not to say she doesn't think of you as a good friend. You just haven't really seen much of each other recently, have you? Forgive me if that sounds too harsh. I place my hand on Yuri's shoulder. She tenses up for a split second, but quickly eases down again. Yuri, trust me. If you were bothering me, I'd tell you. You need to stop apologizing so much. It's really okay. Sorry, I mean... I let out a soft laugh. Haha. She's very sincere. It's quite endearing. I understand where you're coming from, though. Perhaps I'll need to work my way up to that level of connection with her again. Yuri folds her arms and tilts her head to the side, allowing her long violet hair to droop down over the desk. God, she's so adorable. Doma, have you heard of the proverb about our 3 masks? I don't think I have. Well, to put it simply, every person has 3 different faces. The first is how we present ourselves to people in public, strangers, passerby, that sort of thing. The second is how we present ourselves to our close friends and family, the ones we hold dear to our hearts. And the last is reserved only for oneself. It's our truest representation of our being that no one else can possibly interpret. That's actually pretty amazing. Yuri truly seems to know what she's actually talking about. Notice that I said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori acts and the way she feels aren't necessarily the same. I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up? You felt as though something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition is trying to guide you towards that conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Although I must admit, I am curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused that. I assume you don't know of it. God, why am I stuttering so much? This is so embarrassing. I assume you don't know of any potential events that could have had an impact on her life, do you? Nothing comes to mind. Although, as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. Right, it's not like she just asked you who you prefer yesterday. Yuri or me. God, why is he so dense? She turns to face me, wearing a plaintive smile. I understand this must be quite frustrating for you, Domo. You want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes there's only so much you can do. For now, your best bet would be simply to let her know you're there for her without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you when she feels comfortable doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person looking out for her. Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days. Monica said something similar to me just now. I rubbed the back of my neck in embarrassment. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what any friend would do, right? There's nothing extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori. Hoo, so humble. Anyway, do you mind if we do some reading? I can't do anything else for Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off of it. Of course. I thought we could carry on with the portrait of Markov. If that's okay with you, that is. Yeah, sure, that'll do fine. But before we get into it, I just wanted to say thanks. For listening to me, I mean. You've been super supportive even though this stuff doesn't really have anything to do with you. So let's start a Monica hate. Guys, this is a different game with different Monica, okay? Let's calm down here. We don't need any hate mobs. So I really appreciate it. You're a genuine person, Yuri. Not to mention, you've got a cool taste in literature. I don't know what to say. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Sorry. It's just that you're really mature and insightful, and for someone like me who isn't very good with emotions, you really hit the nail on the head. Sorry, I'm just not really used to people being so nice. I frown. That's kind of surprising. Sure, she's a little quiet, but she's really got her heart in the right place. It's okay. I should have been a bit more mindful. Shall we start reading? Oh god, my arms are starting to feel dead. If you wouldn't mind, thank you though. I'm glad you joined the club, by the way. Oh. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh. Just Monica, more like fuck Monica. I think the reason my throat gets so dry doing all this is because I'm doing more talking than I have in the past. Oh, when did quarantine start? She thinks I will let her slide just because it's a mod. No one can escape the wrath of the main character. Yeah, I know. I'll always go with Yuri, guys. Or Yuri first. Domo, it amazes me every time you show me a new composition. Your poetry is phenomenal. I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me feel somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece. Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't have an innate talent for writing, but I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best. And that's you, Yuri. Damn, oh, we're giving her a compliment. Not gonna lie, Monica's probably my favorite of the group if you ignore the twist in the base game. Vig Hour? Is that not how you read it? Hey, Vig Hour? Vigor? My goodness. Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes. This feeling. I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing. Yeah, it really is. I still can't believe you've never shared your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work. Man, we are buttering her up. We are preparing. We're buttering her up hella. You say that, but I'm not sure it's that simple. Eh? How so? Well, Yuri looks out of the window wistfully. Domo, do you know what I do in the afternoons? I like to find a quiet spot to eat lunch by myself. It's a wonderful time to reflect on things without distraction. In fact, I'm also able to catch up on my reading. Do you know why I enjoy reading so much, Domo? There are so many amazing types of people within the pages. People who might infatuate you, or perhaps someone who can make you smile in your darkest moments. It might sound pathetic, but it makes me feel better about my solitude. It's almost as if I have my own group of friends. Is that weird? I don't have to worry about disappointing them. They don't find joy in deriding me, and they don't hate me for acting so insufferably pretentious. Yuri, do people really say those things about you? People might think I'm haughty, or that I'm a know-it-all, but in actuality, I know nothing useful about the world. I might be able to tell you what defines a Shakespearean sonnet. Is it sonnet or sonnet? God, oh God, I'm making myself sound dumb, huh? But I'm totally lost when it comes to socializing. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that it became apparent that something was missing. Oh God, that's cheesy. You were the missing piece. Oh, no one's ever said that before in a romance. Nah, it's just a cool word. Caps lock was on, sorry. Caps lock was on, sorry. Because that gives the text more emotion and character. Exactly. I think it's funny how like the first thing that we come to conclusion when we see like caps lock is like someone's mad. I think there's if you haven't been in a scenario where you've written something in caps lock and like there were or like someone has written to you in caps lock and you really thought like, oh, they're angry, like it's the first thing that you assume, right? Because it's just the emphasis of yelling. Writing is a beautiful thing. I just like reading about a group of dwarves and how they're going to kill the dragon. I haven't actually read The Hobbit. Or, actually, I haven't read even The Lord of the Rings. If that's what you're referring to, right? I've watched the movies. The movies are good, except for, I don't know. I feel like The Hobbit... oh, God, I'm going to sound like that old man that I was referring to. The Hobbit had a lot of CG in it, which kind of threw me off, because sometimes it looked shiny and weird. I can smell the cheese from a mile away. Release the rat. Wait, the movie killed my boy? Oh, wait, alright. It became apparent that something... Oh, wait, I read that. I don't want to read that again. Me? Are you sure? If this isn't an obvious, like saying, hey, look, we could get together. The Hobbit movies did? Okay, so it did do a disservice. But, yeah, as I was saying, this is so obvious that, like, hey, you have feelings for me, I have feelings for you. I mean, then again, I guess it could be taken as interpretation of how much respect they have for each other. But at this point, just get together. So it can save me the trouble of trying to figure out how to. The fact that you're willing to be patient with me, it really means a lot to me. I know there's so many things wrong with me, Doma. Well, like where? My diction is irritatingly slow. I'm never able to find confidence in my own opinions, and look for hidden depths where they don't exist. But despite all of that, you didn't leave me. Domo, I can count on one hand the number of people I feel comfortable talking to. Oh God, that's sad. That's depressing. You're one of those people. And, I'm so grateful for that. I see. Well, in my eyes, you're an incredible person. It'd be weird if I didn't treat you nicely, you know? I joined this club hoping to meet some new people, and I'm glad I got to meet you. God, this is... The issue... If I see two more words, I might just get a panic. The issue is that she's a... No. Wait, what? What do you mean she's a... You're scaring me here. Wait, what do you mean she's a Futanari? Please no. What if Buff Natsuki is the Futanari? Alright, it's alright. As long as the cheese gets us a relationship, it's bingo bango bongo. if there's some kind of like joke route with that actually happening, that'd be hilarious. Who knows? Maybe if this H scene stuff, we wouldn't know. We're not gonna see them without their pants. And I'm glad I got to meet you. Yes. I'm glad that I got to meet you too. Yuri hides her face in her hands. However, I noticed she is smiling this time. Do you want to show me your poem? Yes. Yes, I do. Let me get it for you. Alright, let's see if I can read it this time. Heartbeat. Pounding eyes. Exasperation. Flowing liquid conflagration. Rhythmic pulse of... excuse me. Rhythmic pulse of candid blush. Delicate notes. Thoughts that rush. Considerate quail quietly quelled. Sleepy ribbons of bliss excelled. Careful hearts are wild and flimsy, patched on and broken on ultimate whimsy. Nebulous trails of dainty tracks. Final thoughts, no turning back. Inexpressible fervent drive to breathe, kindness calm that will never leave, exalted glow of fluorescent moss, and graceful steps of love or lost. Happy thoughts, oh, on hidden grief, a cautiously cut crimson leaf, thrashing thread of an untamed gaze, cacophonous chaos of hearts ablaze, sparkling sounds of silent desire from strawberry rhythms that never that's supposed to rhyme, right? Fire that never fire, never tire. God damn it. I would say I hate cursive, but my normal handwriting is a bastardized version of cursive. Can I please explain this poem? I will tell you, I didn't understand it. It's deep. I'll use buzzwords. It was deep. It was thought-provoking. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's really great. Could I tell you like exactly what it was about? Absolutely not. My mind is too weak for that kind of stuff. I if anything, my style is more Natsuki's, you know, just plain. That sounds like insulting Natsuki. This poem is about being a guy with his what? Give me a 5-paragraph essay in this paper. Should I just do that from now on? Every poem I gotta give my own interpretations of what it was about and stuff. Please no. I'm clearly missing the symbolism here. Yes, I am. I'm not here for the fucking symbolism. I'm here for the fucking romance. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. That sounded mean. I mean, I love what as for their characters, what they write. I'll appreciate it, but I won't be able to interpret it. I am sorry, but I could care less. God damn it! But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, of course not. I just... Oh god, this is what he says every time. Have you not watched The Misfits and Demon High School? No, I have not. That's a currently airing anime, isn't it? I think. It's on my queue. Because I always try to watch like as much of whatever is airing that isn't a kid's anime. But I haven't even started my queue. I think, like I mentioned, I've only watched a little bit of Rented Girlfriend and like 3 episodes of ReZero. I need to catch up on ReZero. Everyone keeps tweeting about it, and it's making me like, I feel so left out. Misfits is like super like fan servicey, isn't it? If it is, I'm down. Maybe I should check it out right away. Sharing anything you've written is super awkward. Yeah, but you gotta get feedback. That's the whole reason like I write my videos. It's like I need feedback. It's YouTube in a different style. Your obsession with romance anime is so fun. I don't know. I think when I first got into anime, my first thought was, hey, like to my friend, send me anything that's romance based and I'll watch it. So I just started watching every romance thing. Okay, here's how I started on anime. I watched The Race initially because that's how I got into it. My friends were like, hey, or no, they were talking about a race, and I was like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, weeb shit, you know? I watched The Race, got into anime, got a whole list of romance anime that I should watch. So, like, it was stuff like My Little Monster, The Pet Girl of Sakura So, oh shit, I'm already having trouble remembering it. Plastic Memories. Oh god, I'm trying to remember everything. Plastic Memories. There's a lot of shoujo shit that I watched. Oh, Kimi ni Todoke or From Me to You. If anyone's watched that, it's just such a... I love that anime. It's such a sweet, like, small anime. I love it. Toradora was one of them. Rascal Can't Dream of Bunny Girls. Yeah, I watched that too. I love Rascal. And then it was eventually from there that like I just kept watching anything romance based, and it was like the only thing I would filter through my anime queues. Like I'd be like, okay, where's all the romance shit, and I try to watch as much of that. And then eventually it got to a point where I was adding so much to my queue that now I have like a backlog of just shit I haven't touched yet. Yeah, Toradora was really, especially the ending for Toradora. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Maybe... Wait, it wasn't that hard? What was it about, dude? Can I look back at the poem through this? I can't. Can I? Oh, well. I guess I won't know what it's about. Maybe it's hypocritical of me, but I'm not sure if I can explain this one. Don't worry. The meaning is pretty clear to me. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. You must have put a lot of thought into this one, huh? Yuri nods. Well, I'm really happy that you showed me this poem. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time. Oh, I hope we keep spending time together. Hey, what happened there? Message retracted. What happened? Uh-oh. Oh god, I alt tab because it's a confession. Oh, was it is that what it was? Hold on, I just reset the game because I was checking. One of Dylan's messages is retracted. Alright, is that okay? Please don't freeze on me again. Okay. A small smile plays across Yuri's lips. Ah! I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and oh my god. Is it gonna happen this soon? Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. Oh, you just deleted it? Okay, I got worried for a second. I was like, oh shit, did I put a setting that accidentally muted you? But alright, thanks for telling me. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Yuri smiles again. There's something so pure about it. You always know what to say, Doma. Perhaps someday I can make you feel good too. Oh shit. My mind went straight to the gutter for that. Oh, I would love to. Thank you for the invitation. God, okay. Yeah, I'd like that. Yuri finally turns back towards me. We should probably think about sharing with the others. But I'll see you later, won't I? Yeah, I promise, Yuri. With that, Yuri pivots around on her heel, making pivot. Oh, I can imagine this. That's adorable. Making her way back to her desk. Alright. Oh my god. Domo's biggest weakness, cheesy romance lines. This is how Yuri went double bust. Nah, I gotta control myself for the stream. I know, right? If nudity. The thing is, okay. Oh god, I feel like. So I looked it up. There is actual scenes, and it's for I think only 2 characters, and one of them is Yuri. I need to redo her route on my own time when I'm not streaming. Maybe I'll record it and put it on the good old PH. Or not. Oh, that's just so. Anyways, I want to end it on that note just because I'm too excited, as well as I'm gonna go cook some food. It's about evening here. No one else. Anyways, thanks guys for stopping in for today. We'll continue with this. Got on with the rest of the festival, and then wow, we made a lot of progress with Yuri today. What am I making? I'm trying to do a pre-prep, like breakfast and lunch. I'm really lazy. Usually when I wake up, it's like I make the easiest thing I can. If there's food already prepared, great, I'll take it. But it's either cup noodles or like a banana. Today I just had a banana, and that was it. I know it's so bad. The thing is, I'm like, I don't know if I should say semi. I have diabetes, but I'm like, it's without complications, so I don't have to inject insulin yet. I'm on medication, so I have to watch what I'm eating. So I'm trying to do like a pre-prep, like food that is at least beneficial for my health, that I can just put in the microwave or heat up right away. Yeah, the bro college lifestyle. I mean, I have a job. I had a job, but unfortunately, that is on the pause. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare those stuff, and then also get something for dinner as well. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping in for today. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Also, just a heads up, I know some people saw it, or like one person saw it, but I do have a capture card now, so I can stream my Nintendo Switch and my new PS4. I've never played Persona, and that's one of the games that I bought with it. I also have Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I really want to play. It just looks so good from things I've seen on Pornhub, as well as Kingdom Hearts, because I played it like when I was young and I haven't gotten back to it. But yeah, so that's some stuff that you guys could look forward to. But other than that, that's just all I have for updates. I'll see you guys some other time. Goodbye.